Hello friends. So I actually forgot to put on the music because I will not be hearing a whole lot because I actually forgot to prepare my headphones. So I do not want you to hear it twice, so I will put it very quiet on my side. But now we have music, although there is not a whole lot of people out there yet, so perhaps I will even manage to give myself a little audio. No, I don't think so. Let's skip that for this session. So it's fine, I've heard the music and sound so often I can interpolate. So, last time I had a lot of help from a nice guy who logged into my farm. So if you ever catch a live stream of mine, I've changed my setup a bit. I'm sorry for that. I have to change a couple of things here so you can still see me. I'm trying to stream now actually today from my regular desk that I'm normally playing on. I had another environment for the live streaming prepared, and I think I'm a little bit far from the microphone this way. I hope quality is okay in terms of sound. I will check that after the stream. I'm still a little bit in that phase where I try things and try to make it better. For example, the stream quality was not especially good, so I will check actually right now here on my tablet if the quality is okay. I will check that via YouTube because that one is actually worse normally than the stream on Twitch. So if you are watching on YouTube and something's wrong with the stream, you can also switch to Twitch. So, but it looks pretty good. I think I finally got the video part figured out. So, okay. Then let's go into farming. Normally I only play this farm when I'm also streaming. It's the first time I'm streaming this with cam. I'm doing other videos with the camera, but it's the first time I'm streaming here with the camera. Just trying stuff, as I said. Normally I do not play this farm if I'm not streaming. I actually have to admit I did this time. Let me switch over some windows on my monitor actually. So I don't always look away from you while I'm playing, so that my game window is a bit closer to the camera. I think that's nicer. Okay, so I played this farm just one round of planting things and harvesting things, which I normally do not do. I did so because I am also preparing a review for Farmtogether. If you don't know, I also have a YouTube channel if you're on Twitch, and on that channel I post reviews quite regularly. There was a little slump in there in the last 2-3 weeks, so I have now established a fixed schedule for reviews. I probably will have to change that in the not so distant future again, because reviews, if new games come out, it is not really, doesn't make too much sense to stick to a completely rigid schedule. But for now I have planned to release one release every Sunday, one review every Sunday, and the next one will be Farmtogether, as I am streaming it right now quite often. So this only makes sense. And to get footage for that review, I started up my big farm that I have not streamed with, and this new one which I started the stream with, to get shots from a smaller and a bigger farm. So I'm streaming for 1 hour today again, so the last stream was a little bit longer. This one will be on the shorter side again, or I would say the regular size side again. Yeah, as soon as I have an actual audience that would like to have a longer stream, we can talk about it. So if you are out there watching this and you say, why only an hour? I need longer sessions. That's perfect. Just tell me in the comments, for example, or when you catch me live in the chat. So once I have one of the reasons I'm also planning to do that review is actually because then I hope I will not feel the need to constantly talk about the game mechanics and explain everything again and again. That probably won't work because you have to talk about stuff, right? As long as you viewers are not coming in and supporting me with finding stuff to talk about, I will have to entertain you the best I can in another way. And that for me would be right now to tell you about the game mechanics. I don't think we should talk about politics. That could become an issue. So we will be talking about the game, which is, I think, pretty much the thing you would expect when you come into the stream. So we need some more flowers, and we will take these. So I am a bit more confident with the money I have now. Last time it was I was very short on money, and a viewer actually joined me and helped me in the time of need, so that we now have a little bit more money for this session, and we can do a bit more. But you see, I've planted those 9 fields of Hampshire pigs, and that was almost 30,000 in gold. So we are more or less in the area that we left off the last time again. So but the season is about to change. You see it in the upper right corner, the indicator. We have summer. After summer comes, yes, exactly right, and therefore we will have at least a couple of trees that we can harvest and where we will get additional money. I think the main amount of money actually I got from the flowers that I picked when I was filming for the review. I just harvested everything once. I did not build anything. I really just did a quick harvest. It looks like the video has actually, my face cam has freezed. As I said, I'm still experimenting a little bit. Why is it freezed? Let me restart the application. Streaming is not as easy as you might think it is. If you've never done it, it's a learning experience. So for some reason I cannot really stop it. There. Wait. So I've killed it and I will get it back on. Okay, for some reason it tells me the cam is connected via wireless connection, so something does not work with the something does not work with the cable I am using. Seems like it. I will look after that before we play the next time. I hope it works for now, and I will try to notice sooner if something happens again. So, some peanuts. You see the season changed while I had the camera issue. We have now pears that we can harvest. We have apples that we can harvest. We have lemons that we can harvest. Almonds. Whole lot of stuff. And that means when you look at the money that we do not get that much money out of that, but it helps us develop our farm, get more stuff, get more expensive stuff. Flowers, for example, they give you a lot of money, but they take a long time to grow. This one, for example, the flax still needs almost 6 hours. This one I just planted 24 hours. Lavender. In the end, you need everything for quests that you can fulfill. And let me check the video quality again. It looks fine. I hope it is okay. So I would like to put more animals into this animal area, but I do not have enough stuff, money. So what I also realized a couple of minutes ago when I started, I actually will have to look into moving all of this livestock somewhere else. Just one field downwards. I have to I can't leave this where it is. I have to move the cows because there is something. Oh, I could put more animals here then. There is something. There's a foot throw. Is it? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. There is a device that you can put in there that feeds your animals for a while longer, where you can just put food into it and you do not have to just always go there and put it in by hand like they now want their food here. The birdie thingies, and it will take a while until I put it in there, but it does not hurt to plan ahead. So no, I will leave the fence where it is for now. So it will move over here. So I get 3 fields here more for the animals. I won't put any animals there. I will put that food something. The name will be in here. Let me look for the name. I want to know now. I'm always telling you something strange. Animal feeder. That's easier. Animal feeder. That's an easy word. Should have used that from the very beginning instead of making a fool of myself. But I'm here to make a fool of myself, so fine with me. Goody goody. So no, I did not want to do that. And no, the cow will not run out. So this will be moved a little bit over here, so I can put animal feeder there. So other than that, we will put in a little bit a nice wooden viewpoint. We will put in some other nice looking things. For example, we can put in this water. This has no function whatsoever. It's just for looking nice, just to look nice. So they cannot reach it yet. Let me just quickly try to, oops. No, we have to do it differently, I fear. My dear cows, can you please move over here? So, and then we can, I've never seen them still walking on that. It must be that they were already on that field. I've never seen cows actually walk outside of their area. I think they were already outside of the area, so they just took a little bit longer to move. Cow. So it gets a little bit rowdy in there, doesn't it? So here I will also have to move everything right off the street, because I have to move everything one field over there. I am a little bit neurotic in what when it comes to the placement of stuff. Everything has to be in order. You will find other farms that look a little bit more chaotic perhaps, but perhaps also a little bit more lively. For me it needs all to be a little bit in more order. So but not now. What we want to do right now is just a little bit more order and realism. Yes, I said realism. Into the placement here, so that we have more or less this area finished, and will not change that much anymore. Then go there if you want to. Because we will only be putting in the animal feeder, and then we will be happy. You see, I already can put in some more eastern oriented stuff. But you will have a really big farm, so don't say, oh, my farm will be of an eastern look. That is so cool. Yes, but if your whole farm... Can I show you the complete map? Let me see. This is not the complete map. You see on this map the areas that I have bought, and that is already quite big. You see everywhere where these little red boxes are on top and the bottom, and the 3 on the left and the 3 on the right, where you can buy additional parcels. And if you look over into that direction and all around us at the horizon, you see that there are a lot of parcels to buy. So this will be a really big farm, and you will be able to put all the styles in there. You can do everything one style if you want to, of course, it's your choice. And it does not change anything gameplay wise in terms of productivity or something. It's not like in some, there are some how it's called, theme park simulations out there where they say, okay, cool, no worries, always plan the new stuff, because it makes everything more beautiful, and the I'm searching for a lot of words today. I'm a bit tired. I should have made a coffee. Sorry. The visitors will be more happy. Satisfied. That was the word I was looking for. Satisfied. And if you put newer stuff in there and more expensive looking stuff and so on, it does not do anything here, and that is very much by design. You feel that in the game, so it leaves you all the options without punishing you if you do not like a certain option. If you want to stay with those fences because you like them, or you simply say, okay, I've built that 150 hours ago, I don't want to touch that again, I like how it is, you don't have to, because you are not punished for it. So we need something else that looks nice here for them. I think barbecue bonfire right next to the pigs would not be very nice, so we will not do that. So what would they want to have in there? What do you think? There are actually some animals where for the animal feeder you need special stuff, but you need vegetables or whatever to feed them, and if you just have sold all of them on one of those selling booths here, you're out of luck to fill the feeder. So I have on my other farm then taken one for cosmetics, a second one for the animal feeder, and the third one for a tree normally that gives you what you need there, or if you can only get it out of crops, you can put in a crop that gives you what you need for feeding them, so you can get it before even trying to feed them. But for now we can put cosmetic things in here. For these we can put in the coop. It is actually quite expensive for the beginning, but you see I already have you see the currencies in the upper right hand corner. There's gold, there is diamonds, there is that ribbon thingy, and you have those tickets, and this costs 24 diamonds. That's for the very beginning quite expensive, but already in the place where I'm in, it's not that much. You get those diamonds, for example, when you harvest stuff and sell it on those booths. You do not get money from these booths. When I sell eggs or nuts here, I don't get money, I get diamonds. Money I get directly when I harvest stuff. So it's not a selling simulation. It's not like you can put prices on something, you look at the market, what to plant so you can sell it better or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just very straightforward. Not too much, if at all, strategy involved. So there are some things where you have to think about placement. For example, if you want to use farmhands, computer controlled farmhands, they cost those tickets, the very last currency, so we are far from using them, and they need that for every hour, I think. You can load it for 3 hours, something like that. I'm not sure right now. I haven't used them for quite some time. So if you want to use them effectively, they have a certain range, of course. They do not run across the whole map. So you might think about planting special areas that you want to have them automatically tended to. And I have on my other farm, I actually only let them take care of trees, as they do not have to be planted. They don't plant anything, they don't plant crops. So they would only harvest the crops once they are done. They would probably water them, but that would be it. So if you do not go there anymore for quite a long time, they just stand around and are doing nothing anymore because they have already harvested it. So that is not the smartest thing to do. So we do not do that. With flowers, I find them quite not ideal because flowers take a very long time to bloom. I think at least an hour. There are some that only take an hour, but you cannot speed them up as much as other stuff by watering. So having them there to automatically harvest something that while they are active will only happen once, maybe at maximum twice in that hour, it's not effective from my point of view. So I put them with trees. If you see this later on YouTube, because you're not seeing it right now on YouTube or Twitch, there, and you have a better idea, you know how to use them better, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'll try it out once I'm getting there, but up until then it will still take quite a long time. So we have now autumn, almost winter. We have almost winter, not almost autumn. We had autumn the whole time. So now we have winter. Apples are ready every season, so they do not give you that much money, but they are a constant stream of revenue, so they definitely have their use. So don't underestimate that, especially in the very beginning when you constantly run out of money. They are quite nice, quite big help. And let me sit better. We don't want to ruin my back from all this hard farm work. I think in every stream I reiterate that this is not realistic and that I have the utmost respect for all the actual farmers out there. And this is nothing like actual farming. And that's probably a good thing, because I don't think I would enjoy actual farming. That's not completely true. I think there are a lot of very satisfying things you can do on a farm. Also, a lot of the more labor-intensive things are probably quite satisfying. But I'm not making this up. I have a medical condition that would knock me out doing farm work probably after not even half an hour. So turnips are ready in 5 minutes, so we can continue here. I'm actually thinking about just putting a second coop in here, because we have anyway 2 different kinds of birds, so it would not be strange. And I think they are often, aren't they often with what are you, the ducks, and not especially ducks, but chickens, aren't there more than one coop pretty normal? I think so. I think so. Okay, dokey. Look at the time. Half an hour we have completed. So this will take less than 2 minutes. Then we have some turnips ready. Turnips we require for quests. This one we need 72 turnips, so that would probably even not be enough that we have planted yet. We also need trout. I don't know if we already have trout or if we would have to... no, we do not. You see here in the overview, you see the little notepad on the icon of that trout, in the upper right corner of its icon. That tells you that you need it for a quest. Trout is not that expensive. It still costs 1k per field. We have 4, almost 5k. So it doesn't make too much sense to put that in there yet. So we will stay away from it for now. You also see there's a catch rate. So on the lower right side, that is the speciality of fish. You do not necessarily get a trout every 20 minutes. You only get in 35% of all cases and all tiles that you have them in. 1 trout every 20 something seconds, minutes, 20 minutes. You can also not speed it up. Unlike crops, for example, which you do by watering them. So every type of stuff that you can grow or maintain or whatever has a speciality. Crop is very fast normally, but they are also hour-long crops. But they are one time only, and then they are gone, and you have to, or you can water them to speed up growth. You have the trees, which bear fruit in certain seasons, depending on the kind of tree. We cannot plant in this season actually what we need for the quest. So I almost misread agave as 10 minutes, so good thing we have not planted that. Let's continue with it. Oh no, we need a turnip. We seem to have enough turnips. I just did not look correctly. So this is 32 gold per field that we have as profit. You have sometimes to look a little bit into the potential profit you get per crop, because that's its speciality. You always have to replant something, so that makes crop the thing you probably tend to the most and think about the most, because flowers you plant and forget, they just look nice and take quite some long time to bloom, and once they bloom you go and pick them. Fishes, you have to fish for them, and as I said, it's not entirely clear that you get, for example, if you have 10 tiles of a certain fish, you probably won't get 10 fish out of that fishing action. So that's with them, and the animals you have to feed, or they will not continue in their countdown until they produce whatever you get from them. Again, as I've explained a lot of times, it is almost vegetarian, the game. You get mushrooms from those guys here, not ham or something. There was one thing, exactly, the fish. I think the fish, yet they cannot change anything. The fish do not produce anything else but themselves. So you fish for the fish. You get fish out of there. If that wasn't in there, it would be a completely vegetarian game, actually. They have no animals that are harvested by themselves, but fish. even so the cows give milk, the horses give you, this is not a horse, this is a unicorn. The unicorn gives you even diamonds. It was an event thing. Other horses, I don't know exactly right now what they give you, but I think they give you some kind of wool or cotton or something. But you also do not harvest them for meat or something. So if you're fine with fishing, that's it. That's the only thing. You could omit completely to fish and put in fishes into your farm, but you would not be able to finish a lot of quests that way. So it's possible, but not advisable, I would say. Okay, so let me open a window because it's getting quite warm in here. You notice the change of seasons. If it gets too loud, if the microphone picks up too much of the sound, I don't think it does. But if it's too loud outside, I will close the window again. But it's getting quite hot in here. Should have built my gaming room in the cellar. Okay. So we're online now for 40 minutes. So that means if we want to keep it at an hour, we will be able to plant one more round of 10 minutes, 50 minutes crops. And then again, we will plant something that takes a little bit longer, as long as we have the money for it. That gets us a little bit more money, so we start with a little bit extra profit tomorrow. So do we have new bunny rabbits? No, we don't. So you see these, for example, will be activated. I will be able to plant them once we have a level of 14, and the mini Rex rabbits are at least level 2. They are already, no, they have to be level 3, and they are right now level 2. So that's also why you have to build everything that you can, so that you can actually also activate everything over time. So I wouldn't stop you from completely ignoring fishes. You only open up fish options by fishing, so you will not lose any cows because you are not fishing. But still, as I said, you would have an issue with the quest, so it would not make too much sense to go full veggie in this game. It would limit you. So this is now beautiful. Let's see if we have nicer. Yeah, this is nicer as a way from that bridge to the road. And then we can water again the zucchini. so that it is done very quickly and we can plant the next crop. It is a lot of lather, rinse, repeat, but it is a very relaxing thing to do. So all of the trees are harvested. Let's go. We can probably now harvest the crops in a second. Let's see. It's time for the crops. So if you're not a fan of repetition, this is no game for you. This is not a lightning fast development of a situation. You have to work a little bit to get ahead and get additional stuff, additional kind of crops, animals, and so on and so on. All of that is quite easy to make, but it takes time. So we could plant the yellow zucchini. We have left, yeah, that's totally fine. It takes 50 minutes. We still have about 50 minutes of streaming. When I water those, they will grow faster. Oh, I do not have enough money. I did not, once again, consider how expensive they are. Unfortunately, that is not the first time that happened to me. Now, I got a little bit of money and I directly spent it again. They will take quite a time until they are ready. They want to be fed also. Yeah, I am again in a little bit of a slump here. So give it a few seconds and we will have the next day, and we will have at least a little bit of fruit that we can harvest in spring. Hey Ross, hi. Sorry, I did not notice. I've played now for almost an hour and nobody visited me, so I didn't. I seem to have neglected the chat. How are you? Seeing you were on, was it today? Was it yesterday? The days tend to blend into each other, so I wanted to come, but I had guests, unfortunately. We are allowed here to have guests again. So where to do that? So are you still there? I fear the delay is still quite gigantic. Yeah. I totally agree. This is still, I'm playing this, I love this game. I think the only people that would actually want to watch this game are people, I'm always looking into the wrong direction when I'm talking to you. I'm not looking at you in the camera, I'm looking at the chat on my screen. The only people really want to watch this game are people that want to fall asleep, I think. And I have not the ideal time for that. There are not a lot of countries that want to fall asleep right now. Or if you had a very busy day, it could help you relax. But it's not the most exciting of games. I agree. I am quite fine. I'm a bit tired actually. It's a bit difficult for me to keep the whole time talking today. Because I'm thinking not of there's nobody here, but it will also be uploaded to YouTube, so perhaps somebody will watch it there, and then I do not want this to be just a slideshow. And I am actually testing out the technical side of it, and I think the quality of the stream now, graphics wise, is okay. If you as a veteran has, again, I looked at the chat, not at you, you as a veteran, if you have any advice how to get the quality better, or just your opinion how the quality is now, because it is a lot better than the last time, I think, then that would be appreciated if you had any idea. So will you stream today? I will actually, I'm planning for now to keep the streams at about an hour, as long as I'm still in the technical testing. I also have to check, I rebuilt this entire thing again, so it's a bit easier to maintain with the camera and the microphone and so on and so on. So I'm sitting at my desk again. I can also now again use keyboard and mouse when I'm using should we play Human Fall Flat again? So this is still testing. Yeah, okay, I will stay on. I will be able to at least half more hour, so hurry up. So, where is, what can I do? Okay, I have a little bit more time then, when we stay to chat with Ross a little. Then I will, let me take a look. And we will have a little bit more time to plant crops. Nice, Ross. Congratulations, Ross got affiliate status. That is, I'm too envious to find other ways to congratulate you right now. But this is my 5th stream in 2 weeks, so I do not have the right to be envious. So, congratulations, man. That's fantastic. And I'm honored to be one of the first 50. So, as you have noticed, Ross has a Twitch stream that you should definitely check out, but he does not only have Twitch, he also has YouTube and does quite cool stuff there. Let's plays and commentary. Quite a lot more commentary than the last time, I get the feeling. Okay, the zucchinis are almost grown. Let's harvest this. And then we can plant something else. about... No, I won't fall for you again, yellow zucchini. Let's take the regular zucchini. So let's grow this. And carrots. Let's plant some carrots. We haven't done carrots for quite some time. And we do not have to water them because it is raining. We like the rain, although the stream does not like the rain, so the quality is probably a bit worse right now. Give me a sec. So let's continue. So let me know when you're back, Ross. You have to tell me more. Okay. Yeah, as I said, I am a bit tired, so I do not have too much to talk about. I'll probably not manage to stay on much too longer, so, but we will see. Okay. So you stream, as always, at 0 o'clock. Ross is saying I will not be online then, I think, and 5 p.m. Est time, but only Thursdays, right? Or are you expanding your streaming plan? I will see it. You probably have the times posted on the Discord, right? I will manage to see them there, I think. I look them up again. Because honestly, it was the very first time now that my smartphone told me when you went online. So it does not look 100% reliable in that regard. I'm sure that you were more often... I think my camera just went offline because my camera is my smartphone, and my smartphone seems to be out of energy. So I will deactivate the face cam and we can continue. So I do not have to worry into which direction I'm looking from now on. Okay, I actually just got the message that I cannot extend my playtime anymore. You know, live and stuff. Soros, I will try and catch you in your stream. And we'll probably leave this like it is and just change the crops off camera. And then that's it for now. Thank you very much for joining me today, especially you, Ross, because you were live. Thanks, and see you next time. Take a look at my YouTube channel. If you see this, you probably are on that channel anyway. Take a look at the other videos. I have a lot of cool reviews, if I may say so myself, and I see you next time. Goodbye.